Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to recreate some of West Elm's expensive home decor for less using Dollar Tree items. All of these projects were super fun and easy to create, but I'm so glad that I was able to challenge myself to figure out a way to make them with inexpensive material. So make sure to stay tuned for the rest of this video and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this creative process. Also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more DIY home decor projects. Let's get started. In the first project, I created a cloud mirror. I used the mirror that I had sitting in my craft stash with a few packs of some floral foam balls from the Dollar Tree. This item sells for $199 on West Elm, and I DIY'd it for less than $10. I do have to say that my version is smaller than the original one, but you can still recreate this for so much less even with a bigger mirror. I started by cutting the white foam balls in half with a box cutter. These foam balls were pretty easy to cut into, unlike some other floral foams, so I was able to get through this part pretty quickly. Also, these were medium-sized foam balls at the Dollar Tree that I went to. They had one size smaller and one size bigger than this, so you can totally use whichever fits your project and style better. Then I started cutting small pieces off the two sides of each foam ball. I made these cuts a bit angled as shown to have them eventually create a circle to act as the frame for the mirror. This part of the process was really about trial and error and cutting off small bits every time to make sure the pieces fit together like a puzzle. I did have to practice with a few foam balls until I got a hang of this, but it's okay since each 4-pack was only $1. So I continued this process until I had the whole mirror framed with the foam balls. Then I used some hot glue and E6000 glue to attach these foam balls to the mirror. I put glue on half of each foam ball so the other half is sticking off the mirror itself. This way it creates the closest look to the original piece from West Elm. I ended up using about 20 of the foam balls to cover the whole mirror. The reason why I use the mix of these two glues is because E6000 glue takes some time to dry, but it's a strong bond once it is. I just added some hot glue to hold everything in place while the E6000 glue dries, if that makes sense. You guys have seen me use this trick in my previous videos too. In the last step, I mixed in some white and a little bit of metallic bronze acrylic paint and used the brush to cover all the foam balls. Make sure to customize the color to whatever you like and what fits your space best. Being able to personalize the pieces is the best part of DIYing. Once the mirror was ready, I used some command hooks to hang it on the wall, and this works perfectly since the whole piece is very lightweight. But yeah, that basically concluded this project, and I really love how this mirror turned out. It was super easy and inexpensive to make, and I think it's the perfect dupe to the $200 West Elm version of it. For the second project, I created an abstract wall hanging, aka the Noodle Sculpture. This particular piece is priced at $95 on West Elm's website. In order to recreate this piece, I used a foam floral ring and some rope from the Dollar Tree. First, I cut 1/4 of the floral foam ring with my box cutter. Then I started cutting into it and basically carving out the middle of the ring piece. My goal here was to thread the rope that I had through this hollow piece. So this part took a little bit of time and some finessing. I wanted to make sure I get a nice hollow ring piece without any damage to the outside of it from carving with the box cutter. After some time and effort, I realized that I can't quite carve out the whole quarter ring piece to the point that the rope will go through it. So I ended up cutting this in half, and that enabled me to continue carving out the middle portion. You'll see that I glue these two pieces back together later on. Once I was done with this piece, I went ahead and cut another section off the floral ring and repeated this whole process all over again. This one was easier to carve out because it was smaller to begin with, and at this point I had gotten pretty efficient at it. So in the next step, I went ahead and used my hot glue to attach the two initial pieces back together. After that, I mixed in an off-white acrylic color and painted both pieces with it. I then let them dry for about 30 minutes. I made sure to paint the edges as well so that the original green color doesn't show once I was done with the project. I mixed in a little bit of brown acrylic paint with some water and got the consistency to be pretty runny. Once the foam pieces were dry, I used a small brush, dipped it in the brown color, and created a speckled pattern on them by flicking the paintbrush over them. I then let the paint dry for another 30 minutes. In the next step, I pulled the rope through the longer foam piece. I used some scotch tape to tape the end of the rope to prevent it from fraying. I also knotted a small twine rope around the end. Then I used my tweezers to pull that through. This was much easier than me trying to pull the rope with my fingers. I cut the rope to size with my scissors. Then I poured some hot glue inside the smaller foam piece and inserted one end of the rope in there. I made sure to hold it in place for a few seconds. I then repeated the exact same process with the other end of the rope. This way the ends are inside the foam piece and essentially hidden from sight. That's it for this DIY. I think it turned out pretty good and very close to the original West Elm piece, but this one only cost $2 to make. In the last project, I created a canvas wrapped vase. I used the glass cup from the Dollar Tree and an 8x10 canvas that I had at home. Keep in mind that Dollar Tree almost always sells canvases in different sizes, so if you don't have one laying around, you can get one from there. Now this last DIY is not exactly a dupe for the West Elm piece, which is a leather wrapped vase, but I think it's pretty close as far as the overall look, and you can totally customize it by painting the canvas whatever color you want. So I started by cutting the canvas out of the frame with my X-Acto knife. Then I measured the height of my glass cup and marked that on the canvas. I went ahead and cut out the exact measurements with my scissors. Next, I wrapped the canvas around the glass cup and marked where the canvas overlapped. I then cut off the excess. Since the glass cup I picked was slightly slimmer on the bottom, my canvas cutout was not a perfect rectangle. That's why it was easier to mark and cut as opposed to figuring out the measurements of the top and bottom of the glass, if that makes sense. In the next step, I marked with my pencil and ruler on the canvas where I wanted to create holes. I kind of eyeballed these as well, as they don't have to be perfectly spaced for this project. I then used my X-Acto knife to actually create these small holes in the canvas. I used some natural raffia for the next part because I had it on hand from a previous project and I've been obsessed with it recently. But you can totally use any twine or jute rope that you find at your local dollar store. So I started from the top of the canvas and created a knot with the raffia in the back so that this shoelace pattern holds in place. I then threaded the raffia through all the holes that I had created until I got to the bottom. You can honestly have fun with this part and create any kind of shoelace pattern you want, but I just kept it simple. I took the glass cup outside and gave it a nice coat of white spray paint. This was to help conceal the imprint on the cup. But if you can find a glass with no pattern or imprint on it at the Dollar Tree, you can totally skip this part. You can also use acrylic paint if you opt to paint the glass anyways. I just had the spray paint left over from another project, so I decided to use it. But this DIY is totally achievable without any spray paint. In the last step, after the spray paint was dry, I pulled the canvas over the glass cup, and that's how I created this canvas wrap vase. I love the minimalistic look of this vase and the fact that I was able to recreate another West Elm inspired decor for just a couple of dollars. I hope that you guys enjoyed these West Elm inspired Dollar Tree decor projects and try to recreate your own versions of them. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video.